Hey guys, I am really privileged to be part of this amazing design team this month for the Crafters Castle Challenge blog. You can find the link to this challenge blog and any other design team members in the description box below. I'm using this amazing digital collection by Taylormadecards4u. Come and take a look. Hey guys, thank you for joining me today. I am really privileged to be a guest designer this month. So we are working with this incredible digital collection from Taylormadecards4u, and I'm going to show it to you now. So we start off, we've got these gorgeous coffee tickets. They're going to look absolutely stunning cut out. And then we've got the coins. You may be guessing the theme of this digital collection. And then what I have done is I've printed off the papers. I've printed off 2 of each, just smaller than A5. So we've got this one, we've got this one, we have got this one, which I think is my favourite. I just love the woman and the cow. Yeah, I love it. Then we have this one. And we have this one. So I thought, you know, the coffee theme, I've got to do it. I did some coffee dyed paper. So I'm going to have to make some more because unfortunately quite a few of these broke. But this is the first time I'd done it. And we don't really drink coffee. But I'm immunocompromised. So I'm stuck at home. We can't go out. So we've been really, really lucky to be dropped off food parcels from the government, and in them they had some little coffee sticks, like the instant coffee sticks. So I made up a few of those and did these, so that was quite good fun. But I'm going to make some more because I love the smell of these papers. I don't drink coffee, but the smell, I love the smell of coffee. So I've got this one, we've got this one which is bent, not ripped. We've got a little bit of a tear in that top corner, but I quite like that. This one that completely fell apart. I wanted to try one scrunched up and unscrunched, but it didn't really survive. But I might be able to do something with it. Maybe a pocket or something. And then we've got this one and this one. So what I'm going to start by doing, what's that? That's 4, so 8. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 papers, so 10. So realistically I need 1 more and then maybe a couple for the cover, maybe. We'll start with this for now. And yes, I'm going to get everything cut out and then I'm going to start the process. So I will put you on speed up and I'll do a little voiceover. But yeah, enjoy. Okie dokie, so I just wanted to show you this. For these tickets, I used my tiny 1/4" punch just to punch out the sides. And then after I'd cut everything, I went round all of the elements and just went round the edge with my espresso coffee bean distress ink. I folded all my sheets in half ready, and then I cut them all down to the same size so they were ready to be put into the journal. So I'm going through now, I'm going to add different design papers to different pages just using double-sided tape. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to talk to you very quickly about the Crafters Castle Challenge blog. So as I said at the beginning, there is a link in the description box. The challenge is open to everyone internationally. It's open to all levels, all crafts. Everyone is welcome, so please go over and take a look. Each month there is a prize which is sponsored by Taylormadecards4u, same people that made this digital collection that I'm using. So yeah, pop over to the challenge blog, see what the prize is each month and add your entries there. There are several other ladies on the design team and their links will be in the description box as well, so you can go over and check those out, give them some love, subscribe to them as well. These little strips were just some extra paper and I thought I would use them as a belly band. So I'm just adding some of the distress ink onto the edges just to give it a bit of definition, and then I'm going to stick those in to the journal as well. So yes, as I said, this is a design team project and I'm really privileged to be part of this design team actually. It's been great fun getting to know everyone. So now I'm just going to build up the pages. Some elements I'm going to stick on using double-sided tape. So I've made a sort of corner tuck spot with this ticket. That's going to go in one corner. Other things I added on with glue. Each page was sort of a bit individual as to what needed it. The circular pieces, because I didn't want to lose most of it, I used glue because then I can curve where I stick the glue down to, if that makes sense. So yes, so this collection is called Another Cup of Coffee, and it is by Taylormadecards4u. It is a digital collection, and as I showed at the start, you've got the coins, which I printed off and cut out in 2 sizes, a larger and a smaller. It's also got the tickets, and then it's got the 5 different digital papers, all of which are absolutely stunning. I had so much fun working with this. Have to admit, I first saw it and I panicked a little bit because it's not my usual style, but yeah, once I've got the coffee dyed papers ready, not only did everything smell but it also it looks really good as well. So for this piece, what I decided to do was cut this design sheet into its different elements. So it's sort of got 5 or 6 different tags or adverts all together, and what I decided to do was cut round them and use them as individual elements. So I cut round them all, I edged them all with the distress ink so they look the same as everything else, and then I used one on the front and a couple of them on the inside of the journal. If you would like to get this digital collection, then please go visit the Taylormadecards4u. There is a link in the description box, and you can get 20% off your current orders of the digital collections on her page, which I think is brilliant. I mean, this one I absolutely love, and I didn't think I would, but I've really enjoyed this, and I can't wait to make something else with it. I've got an idea for a few cards that I want to make with this as well, so yeah, hopefully I'll be showing you some of that soon. So yes, as I said, any other design team members for this month will be linked below. So now I'm moving on to making the cover, and I've used a piece of craft card, A4 craft card. I'm just marking it down so it's slightly taller and slightly wider than the internal pages. So I'm just going to trim that down, and so that is going to be our cover. I then edged it all using the distress ink, and on the front I did another layer of that craft card and a black layer, and then that is an element I cut out from that design sheet, and then one of the tags being stuck onto the front there. I wanted to make it look as textured as possible without raising too much dimension, because I knew I was going to be using these flowers. So I have a combination. Those tiny little ones at the bottom, those are from 49th Market, as is the little leaf. The others are all I got from a set from The Works here in the UK. I think they're about £2 a pack. They are burlap, I believe. There is a larger and a small set, as you can see over on the right hand side. So I used ones from the smaller set. And then these buds had the long wire on, and I couldn't quite figure out how to use the wire. In the end, I did end up cutting the wire off and using it separately. To stick these on, because they are fabric, I'm using my Fabri-Tac glue from Beacon. So there we go. I did cut off the wires in the end and add them separately. So I'm just using that Fabri-Tac glue because these flowers have a lot of texture to them. They do work with things like white glues, but I've found that Fabri-Tac glue is brilliant for these. It takes a little while to dry, but once it's dry, it is on there. So yeah, I've just made a little design down in the bottom corner with 2 buds and a few flowers on one of the leaves. And I did try with the 49th Market to slot in between them, so you get a big sort of textural interest there, as well as it being nice to look at. It adds a lot of textures because the 49th Market are paper and the others are fabric. They are burlap. So I believe the 49th Market is hazelnut. That's the colour they are. So that's that little design down on the bottom done. So those wire pieces, I'm just pushing them down. What I did was I wrapped the wire around my pokey tool so that you get a nice spiral. I've then squeezed the spiral as small as possible. So I squashed it together so it looks a bit like a spring. And then I've expanded it to fit exactly where I would like it to. And I'm just sticking that inside and covering the join with
the 49th and Market flowers. So using the Fabri-Tac glue there just to make sure that these bits are all stuck down really firmly to the journal cover. As I said, it takes a while to dry, so you've got to be careful not to jog them too much, but actually once it is dry it holds firm on there, which is just brilliant. So there's that second little spring, again using the glue, tucking it into any gaps and pushing everything together to make sure that everything is stuck down nicely. So we've got a nice textural change and colour change within our little floral design, which I really, really like. So I left that to dry, and then I started to figure out my placement for the stitching of this journal. So using my ruler here, I've measured out 3 spaces. I think I came in from each end about 1¼ inches, and then I measured the middle. And now I'm matching those marks onto my papers and poking the hole with my pokey tool. I'm going to clip the papers together so they don't move. And then using my poker tool, I'm just going to poke through where that mark is. So we've got holes in the same spot. I'm then going to use this sort of brown and white twine to stitch the journal together, because I thought it was quite good colour match to some of the papers. I've got a little bit of a tangle in a second, it gets wrapped around the clip at the top, but I went through the middle, then came back in at the top, down to the bottom, and then back in through the centre. So then I've got the 2 long pieces in the centre of the album. What I'll do is I'll make sure one is either side of that central bit of thread, tie them in a knot, make sure everything is nice and tight, and then I'm going to tie I think 3 knots in this to secure it before cutting off the length of them. I went through my stash to find any other decorative pieces that I had, and I did look at some gems and I did look at some pearls, but none of them seemed right. And then I remembered that I had these gorgeous wooden sort of pearls, which again are from the works here in the UK, and I thought I would use those to decorate the corners. So top right we have that sort of large dark one and 2 medium light ones, and then I did 3 smaller dark ones, 1 in each of the 3 corners. Love those, I think they really add something to it. And then I wanted to add a bit more of a floral touch, so up in this gap I used 3 49th and Market flowers and 1 of the leaves, and yeah, that's our cover complete.
Hey guys, so here is my finished journal using the gorgeous coffee themed digitals from Taylormadecards4u. They are an incredible set of digitals, they are gorgeous. So what I did was I used a piece of probably 250 GSM craft card, which is probably about £85 for America. I think that's about the levels. I've just popped some 49th and Market flowers on the front and some little the word completely escapes me. Fabric Hessian type flowers on the front with some buds. I cut this from one of the digital papers, and then this is one of the tickets. I really liked that pop of colour. And then I've got these wooden gems on the front, which I just think look absolutely stunning. I did do a stitching with some brown cord. The back I've left plain. I'm contemplating doing the black and the brown just to neaten it up. I think that's what I'm going to put on the back. So we go in, we've got our front cover with one of the labels and just one of our circles cut out. Same on the first page. Second page, what is lovely paper. I love this paper with the leaves on. And our American Jersey Cattle Club ticket up in the corner. I created a belly band on this one where I've got one of the coins and then the other sheet of paper that we had left over, my favourite one, the lady and the cow, folded over to make a little booklet, which can go that way or that way behind the belly band. Then we've got this gorgeous paper with the coffee plant on as well, so I mirrored it with the same ticket. And then a few more of the coins just tucked in there, ready to decorate. We've got our lifty flap coin there. Centre one, my favourite image, so I've not covered that with anything. I do love that image. And then this piece I also cut out of one of these, the other one of these sheets. This one here I cut up, and so I cut out this ticket on the front, and this piece, which is absolutely lovely. And then I've just tucked 2 coins behind it. Next page, we've got my favourite lady with the cow, and I've just tucked them both open so you can pop anything behind it. On centre point, we've got that again, gorgeous paper. This one I put the ticket up the top as a lift flap. And then we've got another coin tuck spot. This one I created this corner pocket with one of the other pieces of coffee dyed paper that I had, with our paper behind it. This is another one I cut from that sheet, which again I've just used as a tuck spot. We've got the last 2 pages, double digital paper, and another belly band in there. And then on this back sheet, sorry, my hands don't want to work, I've got another tuck spot, and then I've just stuck these last 2 coins on the back to tuck things into. So yes, I'm going to finish it off with those sheets on the back, and we are done. Let me know what you think. I think this is an absolutely stunning digital collection, and I'm really, really honoured to have been able to be part of this design team this month. So yeah, thank you very much for spending time with me today, guys. Keep crafting. I'll see you soon.